Good evening, and thanks for joining me. Tonight, we are going to talk about our full moon, have a little bit of a full moon ceremony, and I'm going to talk about also a little bit about a fire release ceremony in case you want to add a little something extra tonight for yourself. So let's start by just finding our breath, sitting, relaxing, however's most comfortable for you. Nice deep breathing, finding your space. So I want to talk first about this full moon we have here in November. It is the Beaver moon. It actually impacts our emotional and physical state and our need to break free from old habits and start something new. So now's a good time to try something new or start a new hobby. You want to incorporate plants and gemstones around you if it's comfortable, and other natural elements. I'm, of course, with my bowls, my handmade drum, a couple of items here to help ground me to my space. It being a full moon, you can also put out your crystals, and you can also make moon water. And to make moon water, you're just going to fill a jar and you're going to speak your intentions into that jar. You can even place your crystals around it as you're setting it in your full moon. And then you're going to drink that to embody your moon's energy, intentions. You can add essential oils. It can be used to cleanse your space. It can be used for all kinds of wonderful things. Excuse me one moment. All right. Also, crystals you may want to consider are moonstone, clear quartz, rose quartz, selenite, and amethyst. You can place those around you. I have several of those sitting out with my bowls this evening. And oils you can use to infuse or wear include things like bergamot, rose, lavender, sweet orange, geranium, sage, and ylang-ylang. So during this full moon, what we want to focus on is releasing what no longer serves us. Let go of lower energies, negative patterns, toxic thoughts, people, and habits. Take time to create a clean slate. Turn inward and reflect, heal, and shine the light on old darkness. Practice forgiveness and gratitude. Once you have your place set, then you can sit down and think about maybe an affirmation you would like to focus on this evening while I play for you a bit here. One thing you can choose: what I am ready to release that will allow me to move on forward in my goals. What am I ready to release that will allow me to move forward in my goals? You can think about, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? And lastly, or another option, how can I practice more self-acceptance? How can I practice more self-acceptance? So if one of those resonates with you this evening, please think about that. Maybe use that to focus on. If it does not, just find what is resonating with your heart this evening. We'll talk about releasing that after I play for a bit. So again, just sit back and relax. Taking your time, slowly begin to bring awareness back. Wiggling fingers and toes, eyes under closed lids. Use a good inhale and stretch everything out. Nice and good. Sigh out anything else you need to let go of. Speaking of letting go, we have one more part to our evening. If you so desire, we're going to walk through a fire release ceremony. And the reason is obviously our full moon is about releasing what no longer serves us, as is a wonderful fire ceremony. Now, as you can see, I do not have a fire in my house right now. It is actually in the basement. We have a furnace, so I will be taking my intentions that I do and dropping them. I've written them on my paper. I will drop them in the fire after this and let them burn up and out. And we'll talk about a safe way to do that. So you want to make sure, ideally, you're outdoors. If you have a fire pit, I recommend using it. And if not, get a fireproof bowl. And if you're writing on a small slip, you may want to wrap it in some tissue to help it burn, and you want to make sure it burns completely out and all its ashes. And then you can toss that outside to Mother Earth and release it fully. Now, fire release ceremonies have taken place for thousands of years. It basically transforms energy and purifies the spirit and connects humans to the divine fire. So fire has been used for spiritual ceremonies of rites of passage, seasonal transitions, and healing practices. It is a symbol of purification, transformation, and divine presence. So it connects us with our physical and spiritual realms, which is what this moon is about, a lot of our emotional and physical state and our impacts of that. So I thought it would be very fitting to end with this evening. Fire helps us to let go of attachments, negative emotions, and purifying one's mind. It helps to transform negative energies and helps you to see positive changes in one's life. When you perform sound baths like this, it's a great opportunity to use them, which is why we did it. So what I want you to do is, on a piece of paper, you're going to write your whatever it is you need to release, and then we're going to take just a minute to allow you to put that on there. You're also able to put in a couple of blank pieces if you need. If you feel a need, there's something that you just can't put a finger on, put that in there. The universe will know what you're talking about. So take a minute. I'm going to just play for a moment while you take a minute to write your intentions on release. you need more time, pause the video, it's fine. Now, you can take that, burn that, release it, and know that it is now gone and you never have to deal with it again. Or you should at least try not to think on it anymore since you've released it to spirit, the universe, the earth, Mother Nature, God, whatever is in your heart. So you can also use this type of ceremony if you need to for connecting, releasing, purifying, all kinds of wonderful things. So just a reminder, one, thank you so much for joining me I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you a little guidance into just a very simple, short, small ceremony for yourself this evening. And I do hope that you were able to release what you needed on this full moon. And take a minute to get outside. And I always recommend on a full moon to just howl at the moon at the top of your lungs. The first one feels a little silly, second one feels really good, and the third one you just don't want to stop. So give them a good howl, and hopefully this was something that was good for you this evening. Remember, be safe if you are doing your fire release ceremony this evening with this. Please be mindful when you burn, and be sure to sage your area. And last but not least, don't forget it being a full moon. You want to take all your crystals outside and do that moon water, set your intentions, and use that for yourself. Thank you so much. Sending you all love and light. Namaste.